Hi everyone, this is Jessica with Whispers of Grace Healing. I am here today to do what is your angel helping you with today? I'm still not really sure what I'm going to be titling this, but I was definitely drawn to do this, and what we're going to be focusing on is who exactly is supporting you right now with whatever change you're going through, what event is most affecting your ascension right now, what's your response and guidance to move through it. So hopefully these messages will resonate with you, but if they don't, they are general reading, so it just might not be your message today, but someone needs a reminder. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here, and thank you to all my new subscribers joining the family. Love you, Vibe Tribe. Something fierce. Okay, let's just give Love Vibe Tribe a shout out, because this community is so strong, so fierce, so resilient, and I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. And I know like a lot of people are going through some major ascensions, upgrades, you know, overcoming themes and karmic patterns and all that fun stuff. But I feel like it's just a matter of making the most of it while we're going through it, right? So, but if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, drop me a comment, let me know how it resonates with you. And if you need any help or guidance on your personal experience, you can always reach me at whispersofgrace1016@gmail.com. Alright guys, so what we're going to do is we're going to pull a card. This is from the angel reading cards. When you believe in angels, anything is possible. Alright. I've had this deck for a while and I've never seen that. Alright, so with the collective, with Love Vibe Tribe in mind, what angel is supporting us most right now? The angel of truth. And it's so funny because it's on this one. When I was pulling these cards out on the bottom, see the truth. So there's obviously some sort of activation within the throat chakra. Expression might be high at this time, or you're getting the urge to voice your opinion, stand up for yourself, communicate more clearly and authentically with the people around you. So let's see what this angel has to say to you. Okay, see if we can get that in there. Alright. Follow your intuition and the truth will appear. You have received this card because your angel of truth has heard your questions and doubt about a current situation. At times in your life, you may be experiencing challenging situations where your belief in the truth is questioned. You may be questioning the truth about a current relationship, family issue, or an issue at work. Your angel of truth is letting you know that the questions and suspicions you have had about a certain situation in your life are correct. Your angel of truth will assist you and guide you in the right direction to uncover the truth. Pay attention to your dreams, gut feelings, and any repetitive messages or symbols you are shown that you can connect to this particular issue. These messages are part of your spiritual GPS system, guiding you to receive the answers you are looking for. Sometimes the answers you uncover can be challenging and even upsetting. Sometimes the messages you receive are not what you want to know, however, they are what you need to know. Always be mindful that the information you have been given is meant for your highest good and to put you on the best possible path. Your angel of truth has your best intentions at heart, and he wants you to be fully informed before you make any decisions concerning your life. When you feel compelled to uncover the truth behind something, it is because your angel of truth wants to guide you on the path that is best for you and your spiritual growth. The affirmation for this card says, I know in my heart that I am being provided with the correct information from my angel of truth. I understand and believe that he is guiding me on the correct path for my spiritual growth. So, you know, obviously y'all are getting intuitive hits having certain feelings or just intuitive nudges about a certain situation, person, or experience in your life. And, you know, especially if this is like a recurring thing, if it keeps coming up and you keep either seeing red flags or you keep getting the nudge to speak up to someone, maybe about how you're feeling, or, you know, being a little more vulnerable with somebody. But either way, you already know what this is. There's something about truth being exposed, that keeps being brought into, and it doesn't necessarily have to be bad. It could be good too, but you already have this inkling that you know, and it's because you do. And it's not like when you start overthinking things, that's when you get into all the what ifs and what about, and, you know, having all these questions that you start tearing apart the initial truth. And sometimes it's just what it is, accept as it is and what shall be, and just flow with it. Don't overreact, don't get in your head, allow yourself to be grounded in what you know to be true, okay? And if you feel like you need any clarity on a situation, either ask the proper questions, or you can ask your guides and your angels to reveal the truth. And when it's revealed to you, you might not like it, and there's always a chance of that. But if you're going to do the whole what if, then you might as well know what you're working with. Correct? So, what event, what I want to know, is most affecting this? Okay, so we have leaving or travel. We have mother. Galactic. Is there anything else? Yeah. Okay. So, some of you have been either, you know, okay, so first off, some of you might have some, you know, mommy issues, okay? I also feel like this has to do more with relationships or friendships, and that need for like nurturing, that need for safety, comfort, like connection, right? And I feel that some of you are kind of hooked on this whole like feeling of out of this world, and this is something that I've never experienced before. And um, even though there's this familiarity there, it's like you feel like you've known each other a long time, or there's just something different about the connection than what you're used to, and so it has you clinging to it. Um, but I also feel that a lot of phobias around either abandonment issues, or feeling judged, ridiculed, you know, not accepted, those kind of things are starting to come up. And you might see patterns like, okay, so say your mother has mental health issues, you might be seeing certain themes that, due to your mother's fears and anxieties, like the way that she perceived or the way that she acted upon those fears, you're starting to see those same themes around you, right? And you might even be seeing like the people around you that are acting out in like kind of a childish way. And so it has you left feeling insecure or unsettled, because you're not really sure, is this person going to give me the comfort and security that I need, or are they going to judge me? Are they going to cast me aside? Are they going to leave? And that's where all these what ifs and a lot of the phobias are coming out, because this connection has you like really drawn in. It's not of this plane, and so you're kind of wondering where this connection has come from, why it's in your life, and now you're over analyzing, right? Because you're projecting those old beliefs and those old fears onto the situation, but then you keep seeing it reoccurring, and now you're asking, am I actually projecting, or am I actually seeing the red flags that are trying to warn me of a similar pattern that I know what the ending is going to be if they do not get the help they need, right? And it's not your responsibility to mother them. It's not your responsibility to, if it's a natural thing and that's just how they show up in your life, then great, but it's not their responsibility to cater, and it's not your responsibility to cater either. And that's where things get mixed up. When we start feeling responsible for these behaviors, as women, be the caretaker, homemaker, take care of the kids, have a job, all this stuff that's built around, I was actually having this conversation this morning, all the stigma around what a female is supposed to show up as versus a male, right? We all have roles, but it should be natural. Like, if you want to show up like that, then great. But if not, then don't do it, right? We shouldn't be doing things because that's what's expected of us. It's because we want to. Because that's how we want to show up as a person. That's how we want to show up as a lover. And people start playing their cards and based off of old fear patterns, and shit gets confusing. So now it's like, does this person have the best interest for me? Or is it my own fear that is creating these scenarios that aren't really happening, right? So you have to look at the pattern. Look at the pattern. Look at the behavior. What do you feel inside? You already know the answer. You're just doubting yourself. So whether you think this person is genuine or you think this person is has secrets or has bad life patterns when it comes to relationships and how they show up for their people. And if you see the patterns constantly repeating themselves and yet you keep making excuses for it, then you're just enabling the situation. And no one's perfect, but you also have to be realistic about what's being presented to you and take accountability for your own fears. Okay? So, what's the response to all this? What's the response? Yeah. Regardless of who this person is, okay? Whether it's your friend, your parent, your significant other, potential love interest, does not matter, okay? We are all connected. Every person you come in to this lifetime with, like, we all chose to meet in these certain circumstances. And what we forget is, regardless if we truly connect with that person or not, we all have the same source of life within us, and that makes us one. God put us all here for a reason. We're all playing out our own individual role. And when you see just how, like, if you really start paying attention, instead of focusing on the fear of it all, look at the patterns, the behavior, and the experience that has raised these flags for you or given you these feelings of needing to know truth. How does this person really feel about me? What are their intentions? Whatever the case may be, if you look at the behavior, if you look at the pattern of how this person shows up for you, then you will see all the dots connect, okay? Your intuition will start firing up. If you notice, Like, if you're one of those people that constantly sweep things under the rug and continue to ignore things, and yet, like, every time you see something, it just keeps building and building and building, and then you start going to all these different circumstances of why you can't trust this person, you already can't trust them, right? A trusting person is not going to keep questioning every little behavior. And if they're giving you that many reasons to question themselves, ask yourself, why am I allowing this in my life? I should trust the people that I bring into my circle. Okay? So things are hidden and will be illuminated, but you gotta start asking the right questions. So what is the response? Anything else? Know your fears. Know your fears. So let's read both of these. So 49. Okay. So we are all connected. We are dependent upon others for life. If we destroy the very things upon which we depend, we too shall perish. We are all connected. We are all one. Do harm to the natural world, and you do harm to yourself. You are more than just a part of the human race. You are a child of Gaia. You are brother and sister to all life and living things. Love them as you love yourself. Sustain them as you sustain yourself. So if you have not been loving or taking care of yourself, like truly loving, right? There's a difference between like having this attitude of, oh, I'm all great, but like genuinely knowing yourself to the point of acceptance and saying, this is just who I am, and I love myself regardless of the mistakes that I have made, but they led me to where I am, and I'm consciously making decisions to better my life and become a better person in God's eyes. That's fucking love, right? And that's you sustaining yourself in God's image. And we shouldn't be like degrading each other. We shouldn't be pulling each other down. And it's not a matter of if this person is a good person or bad person. This just means that you're not on the same frequency if you continue to meet resistance. Okay? And ask yourself, why am I continuing to meet resistance? Know what your fears are. You have fears, both big and small. Some fear is felt for good reason. It serves to remind you to be cautious and not to take foolish or dangerous risks. Others' fears you feel are but shadows that you have made real and given substance. They serve only to make you doubt yourself, to question your good judgment, to fear success, to restrict and to limit. Look within. Know your fears, shine a light upon them, and see them for the shadows and mist they are. Fear is false expectations appearing real. So, what expectations are you putting on a situation or a person, and what expectations are being placed upon you? Right? You got to know yourself first to know who's going to be able to stand by your side. That's all I'm saying. So, alright, let's get some advice for this, okay? Let's get some advice. What would you like to tell the collective when it comes to this situation? Whoa, okay. Take the top one. Spirit of the Warrior. Alright. So, 4. Okay. So we have Alokwa. Spirit of the Warrior. Though you yearn for peace, you recognize that without truth, genuine peace can never be. Though you yearn for peace, you recognize without truth, genuine peace can never be. Even if it triggers an upheaval of transformation, the need to set things right is strong in you. This is the inner drive of the spiritual warrior, the compelling soul needed to uphold truth, goodness, and justice. You will fight for these things because that is your way, spirit warrior. Trust. See and feel the positive impact that you are making in the world. You are relentless and the divine is within you. Do not give up. If you feel hopelessness, despair, defeat, or frustration and you wonder if it's really worth it, place your mind and your heart in awareness of what it is that is inspiring you. Do you feel alone on your quest? Look for the legions of beings in spirit and upon the earth that fight alongside you, fearless and ferocious with love. Be uplifted by your fellow spirit warriors, beloved one. Feel the joy of their love and unity within you. You have access to the divine power that conquers any obstacle, wins every battle, and secures every victory. No matter what, you're going to be okay. You're going to get through this. Some of you, it might be more minute. Some of you, it might be more serious. But regardless, you have to trust yourself. You have to trust your connection with spirit. You have to trust your intuition. And don't be afraid to check yourself, guys. If you have fear, ask yourself, why am I fearful right now? What am I actually feeling? And process it. Process it. What does it remind me of? Where is this stemming from? Why am I projecting this? Right? And there's always something underneath the surface. But also understand that there are always truths being revealed, even if you are not aware of it. So pay attention to what your gut feeling is, and don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to ask certain questions. Don't be afraid to let your voice be heard. Okay? So I love you guys. I hope you enjoy these messages, and if you need me for anything, you can email me at whispersofgrace1016@gmail.com. I'll talk to you soon.